everybody. Welcome to Spiel-A-Thon 2020, socially distanced from all over the world. It is my pleasure and my honor to introduce to you the person you actually wanted to hear talk at the beginning of the show, one Mr. Stephen Conway.
Welcome, Spiel-A-Thon 2020. Yay! Thanks so much for everybody for being here with us tonight. This is kind of the grand finale to the week of crazy events that we've had planned. I think you're in for a treat. We've been working really hard on this quiz show, Bruce and the entire Spiel team here. So you can see we have a wall of prizes that are going to go away, barring the cat jumping on the table and knocking them all down on me. Obviously, we're here to support the Spiel Foundation. You're going to hear more about that as we go on through the evening. We've got 3 rounds of the game to get to, as well as a final round starring Rich Sommer. He'll jump in at the end here that we'll get to play with him for a while. And there'll be a little break in between each of the rounds so that if you're not happy with how you did, you might be able to donate a little and juice your score and get back into the game.
Absolutely. There's one thing I want to do, Stephen, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Because for those of you watching, we are just far enough apart that we have to bark stage directions at each other. Let's show them what they can win. So I'm going to bring up, starting with 6th place. 6 teams are going to make it to the final, where you're going to try to get into the head of one Mr. Rich Sommer, the host of Cardboard, Rich Sommer, or as I like to think of him, the terrible husband in Glow, Rich Sommer. Here are your prizes. There's 6th place. Strike and Jubaco. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I think so. You can
there
see it over.
5th place, Jaws and the Princess Bride Adventure Book Game.
Let's see. I think I have to duck. We didn't plan this very well.
We did not plan this very well.
Yes.
It's over there. Prizes donated by Happy Bobob, Ravensburger North America, and Haba USA. Thank you so much for your continued support. 4th place. If you can get to 4th place, you're going to get Horrified and Hocus Pocus.
Horrified,
Hocus Pocus. Now, we're showing them to you because we want you to know that we're telling the truth. We really do have these. In 3rd place, Castles of Tuscany and Coinex. Is it Coinex or Coinex?
I think Coinex.
Or is it Coinks?
I like Coinks, actually.
I like Coinks a lot.
So we have there, and then Coinex is here.
Very good.
You can almost... There, now you can see it.
I hope whoever wins that enjoys Coinks.
Yes.
For 2nd place, you're going to get My Funny Dino, Jurassic Park, and Animal Upon Animal Dino Edition. Every company, all the dinosaurs.
Yes. I should point out, Happy Baobab is based in South Korea. They sent games all the way from South Korea for us to be able to give away to you, which I think is just so tremendously generous and cool.
Indeed. Thank you so much. And then... So we're at 2nd place. It's now time for the Spiel-A-Thon champion. Not only will you get to say that you were the Spiel-A-Thon champion in the year that we didn't know maybe there wouldn't be a Spiel-A-Thon, but there is.
Yes.
You are going to win the Meeple Crown, which if you haven't seen, bring it out. Show them the Meeple Crown.
I'm not going to try it.
Have been collected from all over the multiverse and put into that crown. I'm not saying it will give you any control of your games, but it can't hurt, can it? No.
It might.
No, it can't hurt. You're also going to win Disney Villainous, all 3 expansions, and the Unicorn Edition of Animal Upon Animal. So many prizes out there. If you take a look, they are back there. You can see them. I'm going to take a quick look, and we have some comments coming in. Wonderful sponsors. They are absolutely amazing. Doug joining us. Let Doug know if he wants to join us in the room. I'm fine with it. But if he's in like his bunny slippers, I don't want to force him here. But some super good things. Jeff, will you please win that crown for me? We're about to find out if that's what's going to happen. It's now time for me to introduce you to the quiz show. So let's pull up the big screen. This is how you're going to get in. If you take a look, Spiel-A-Thon 2020 is going to begin in just a moment. If you want in, scan that code in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen or go to crowd.live, enter the code P5XJN. That is the QR code in the bottom left. Now, Stephen, we've asked for a donation of $10 per person to play the game, right?
Yep.
So if you're watching right now and you say, I didn't donate, but can I play? Yes, you can. Here's what you do. Scan the QR code in the top right corner. send us $10 so that you're helping the Spiel Foundation, and then scan the code in the bottom left-hand corner and get in the game.
We would love that.
Take a look. I'm just going to start changing some things around. Let's change that thing at the bottom. Don't forget the Spiel Foundation believes play is a powerful, positive force. We want to make the world a more playful place. Please donate. During the game, if you're thinking right now, Bruce, first of all, you talk fast and loud, right? And you think, hey, Bruce, I want to donate. Wait to donate because you're going to be able to buy points throughout the game so that you can make it to the finals. Please donate, but wait. Do it strategically. You're a gamer. You know how this works. Now is not the right time. But if you're watching and you want in, because you're either watching it on the Spiel's YouTube channel or you're watching it on Board Game, the game show's YouTube channel, you can get in, scan all of the QR codes, and when one of them asks for $10, give it $10. We're about to jump in. 24 players are in tonight's game right now. I will tell you, if you're out there, if you show up late, you can still play. I just would have a lot of money to buy my way into the finals if I were. That's all I'm going to say. That will help you quite a bit.
I want to point out, too,
at any point.
I want to point out, too, Bruce, that although we pointed out all the prizes for finishing in the top 6, there's a good deal of extra prizage here that you might actually win just by playing.
Yeah. There are hidden prizes. What's going to happen at certain points during the game, Stephen and I will talk about, is if you're in, you're entered. A little wheel is going to come up on your screen, and one person is going to win a prize package. Stephen, should we figure out how the system works and just give one away right now?
Yeah, well, yeah, let's do it.
So we're going to test the system. I'm going to let you know something. This is the first Spiel-A-Thon that we've done this way. This is the first one I'm involved in, which is an absolute honor. And some things we don't exactly know how they work. So we want to learn how they work tonight. And one of them we want to learn is giving away these prizes. So the first thing we're going to do, they're just listed as game package. This is game package number 1 that we are about to give away. It is Pick Me Up and Coinks, as I will always call it. Let's pick a winner. So what we're going to do is if you're in the game right now, you are entered. We're going to wait just a second. But of all of the people that are in right this second, someone's about to win that prize just for being here. Let's take a look. We're going to set that up. We are about to run the raffle for just game package number 1. Here we go. It is done. It has been run. Ian, you are our winner. Ian, you have won the first game package. Make sure that you contact Steven so that you're able to get your prize. But Ian, you're out there, and you just won a prize.
I believe Ian is in Canada. Awesome. We've got some Canadians joining us tonight, I believe. It's the Ian I'm thinking of.
Nice. I'm watching on my phone. I can't scan the QR code to donate. Well, then that's very simple. I'm glad you said that. How in the world will I be able to do this? You can donate now by going to bit.ly/Spiel donation. You can do that as well. bit.ly/Spiel donation will get you right there. If you want to donate and the QR code doesn't work, man, we are not going to stop you because we are here to help the Spiel Foundation. That's what we're going to do at all moments, and we're not going to get in your way. If you want to help us, gosh darn it, that's exactly what we want. Once again, if you want to donate, go to bit.ly/Spiel donation at any point in the game. I think we've taken enough time doing things. I think it might be time for us to start the game show off.
It's time to play.
It's time to play. Here's what we're going to warn you. Round number 1. All of the questions, the answer you're looking for is 3. Every question is, which of these is 3? All you have to do is tell us which one of them is 3. Are we ready? Let's start that countdown. One last thing I'm going to note before we begin, because this is super important. The game is judged in speed. The faster you answer, the more points it's worth. There is a terrible lag on YouTube. Make sure you're staring at your phone. Your phone is going to move faster than we are. It always will. The reason I'm doing this long, exaggerated discussion with you is so that you can start to see that discussion in 30 seconds and start staring at your phone. Once again, your phone is going to move faster, and speed is incredibly important. So please, make sure you're staring at your phone. I cannot impress upon you that strongly enough as we begin, because people often get angry when they are not in at the beginning. So once again, I think I've given enough time that I maybe have counteracted for the lag. So here we go. Here's your start timer. 10, 8. There's no 9. There's never been a 9. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's your opening question. Which of these is 3? The number of U.S. stamps honoring Susan B. Anthony, the number of Star Trek series featuring Susie Plassen, the number of Golden Globes won by Susan Sarandon, or the number of Alfred Hitchcock movies that feature Suzanne Plachette? There you go. You have 45 seconds to work on that. In this round, I will read them, and then you'll have 45 seconds to get to work. So, Stephen, we're going to have to talk about some of these because you've written all of these. Yes.
Well, I've had help. I've had a lot of help from people in Team Spiel, but I've been involved in all of the ones. This one came to us from Spiel co-host Doug Richardson, who is a big film and media buff. So we have Doug to blame for this one.
Good work, Doug. The thing with these is, and like I've done trivia for a lot of years, is this is not one question. You've written ostensibly 4 trivia questions. In our 10 questions, you're essentially getting 40 questions worth of content on this.
It is tough, but it's fun.
Indeed. It is both tough but fun. Let's see how everybody's answered. Wow. Everybody's all over the board. The wisdom of the commons would tell us that the number of Golden Globes won by Susan Sarandon would be the correct answer with 32% of the vote. 28% on the number of Star Trek series that feature Susie Plassen. 24%, 6 people guessing the number of stamps honoring Susan B. Anthony. And just 4 of you are guessing it's the Alfred Hitchcock movies with Suzanne Plachette. Let's take a look. The correct answer. It is the number of Star Trek series that features Susie Plassen. 7 of you have scored points. Let's see what that looks like on the board. Alex Tez at 98 points out of 100. Ron with 97. Ham Fam at 96.
Nice.
Let's take a look, and everybody else kind of shuffled in the middle. Don't worry. A lot of opportunities. Everything's worth 100 points in this game until we get to the final. The frequently asked question rat has 93 points. And we have some questions we need to ask frequently. The next one is question number 2 in tonight's game. Here we go. Which of these is 3? The number of Robin Hood movies starring Douglas Fairbanks Jr., the number of laws created by Douglas Hofstadter, the number of stage illusions created by Doug Henning for Michael Jackson concert tours, or the number of professional football teams that started Doug Williams at quarterback. Now, I will tell you, this is one of those times where we have to do stage direction to each other.
Yes.
Is when there are interesting tidbits, I need you to give those out.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I can do that.
Because I'm not going to lie to you. I did not study the tidbits.
No reason that you should.
We have a lot of folks talking in the chat, which is awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Debbie is apparently choosing her answers randomly because she knows that will increase her chances. And a lot of folks are jumping in on that as well. We're also going to let you know there's the Spiel art auction. So I'm going to put that information.
Yes.
We are doing the art auction. Playful creations from playful people. bit.ly/Spiel art auction.
I'll be during the breaks. I'll be actually showing you. I basically have the art auction laid out in front of me so you can see some of these wonderful items that'll be up for bid. Very good.
Very good. Let's take a look and see how people answered. 25% of the room thinks it's the number of Robin Hood movies starring Douglas Fairbanks Jr. 29% thinks it's the stage illusions created by Doug Henning for Michael Jackson. Almost half the room, the number of professional football teams that started Doug Williams. The correct answer. You got it right. 10 people getting it right with 42%.
Nice. So let's see if I remember the 0 is actually the Robin Hood one because that's a tricksy one because it was Douglas Fairbanks Sr. So
not Douglas
you can
Fairbanks.
all yell at me now for that one. And the tricksy one on the 3 is that Doug Williams played in a USFL team as well as 2 NFL teams. So
he did, didn't he?
Yep.
Fack Rat moved up to the top. Rat Punk. So this scares me when folks have the same name. The Fat Rat and the Rat Punk. It's up to the rest of you to unseat whatever it is they're building there. All of the rats. Let's take a look if there's any comments coming in. Oh, no. You scoundrels. As we move in to question number 3. Watch your screens. Here we go. Which of these is 3? The number of characters portrayed by Stephen Fry in the Doctor Who universe. The number of Nobel Prizes won by Stephen Hawking. The number of pseudonyms used by Stephen King. Or the number of video games featuring the voice of Stephen Colbert. I did, when I typed this in, I accidentally didn't pluralize it. So that's on me. Sorry about that. I will tell you, if you see things like that, they're not intentional. It just means somebody didn't dot an I or cross a T.
It's okay. It's our first online Spiel-A-Thon. We're we were allowed a little leeway, I think.
I would hope. I would hope that we'll be.
I mean, we're a charity organization. We hope that other people will be charitable with us, right?
Please. And I'm going to change some of the tickers. If you look at the bottom every once in a while, that is going to change. As we talk about the Spiel Media Network being the NPR of the game-playing world. Making podcasts, films, panel discussions, exploring the world of play, and doing stuff like this, the Spiel-A-Thon. What is the cost for points tonight?
The cost for points, it's a dime a point. So it's $1 will get you 10 points.
Okay.
$10 will get you 100. $100 will get you 1,000 points.
Okay. So there you go. And every question's worth 100 points. Just so you're out there, if you're wondering how that works. Let's take a look. So a split between the number of characters portrayed by Stephen Fry in the Doctor Who universe and the number of pseudonyms used by Stephen King. They are at 40% and 40%. The correct answer. Number of pseudonyms used by Stephen King. Take a look at our notes and make sure I didn't make a mistake. For the number of characters portrayed by Stephen Fry. Do we know how many that was?
Two.
Two characters for that. I might check every once in a while just to make sure that we didn't make a telescription error somewhere in things. We can fix things as we go along.
Yep.
So if there's a mistake made at any point, don't freak out if you're out there. Let's see what that does to the scores. Fat Rat leading with 263. Rat Punk 1 point away.
Wow.
At 262. Josh again with 193.
Creeping up there.
Absolutely. And you have a lot of game ahead of you. It's 30 questions for tonight's game. So you have just, gosh darn it, nothing but time. Question number 4. Here we go. Which of these is 3? The number of hearts an octopus has. Official Jeopardy hosts. The number of times croquet was a sport in the Olympics, or the number of moons that Mercury has. Which of those is 3? And answers for these are 0, 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Which, talk to me about that, because that's been something that's been a part of the Spiel-A-Thon forever. So let everybody know why that's what we're opening with.
So this is a callback to, for the first maybe 5 to 6 years that we did the Spiel-A-Thon at BGG Con, we did a team trivia where this was basically the format for the entire event. And we did multiple rounds of this, and it was sort of winnowed down, sort of like the final 4 into a final match between a couple different teams. So we figured in honor of the Spiel-A-Thons past, we would start the game with 10 of these questions.
Very good. Very good. But your 3 separate rounds, they are distinct. The first round is this. The second round, we'll see how you feel when we get there. Third round is straight trivia. And the fourth round, you need to get in the head of Rich Sommer to try to win the final prizes. All answers aren't in. Let's take a look and see what they look like. 48% of the room says the number of hearts an octopus has. And I would say everybody else is just scrambled on the rest of the answers.
Yeah.
It could potentially be any of those, I suppose. Let's take a look. It is, in fact, the number of hearts an octopus has. Good work. 48% of the room. But it's about how fast you answered. Rat Punk leading with 358. Fat Rat at 263. Susie D at 245. Still a lot of game left. And if you're thinking to yourself, those folks are pretty far ahead. I would like to remind you that although we are an organization that cares deeply about our values, we can be bribed. Yeah. Don't think for a second, and we're cheap. We're 10 cents a point. We're going to take breaks. We're going to tell you that you can jump in and start buying your way into the game. But one of those is not coming up for a while because we're headed to question number 5. Here we go. Which of these is 3? The number of capital cities in South Africa, the number of U.S. states that border only one other U.S. state, the number of countries with purple in their flags, or the longitude of Null Island.
This question comes to us courtesy of Erin Green, longtime Spiel contributor and friend of the foundation. She did a lot of the heavy lifting here for us on trivia.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Erin.
Oh, I just have to say that because I'm reading the comments. I haven't brought too many up on screen just so that we can keep moving through the game here early. But people are being nice. People are saying I'm awesome. You're awesome. All of you. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your Friday night with us and do this and help the Spiel Foundation. We do really appreciate that.
We absolutely do. Couldn't do this without you.
And I have to say, like, I'll say something I don't think Stephen would. But anytime you do something like this, especially like in these current times, in quotation marks, it's a high wire show. It's a trapeze show. We're flying out and putting our hands out and hoping somebody grabs us. So the fact that all of you are here, 30 players in the game right now, thanks so much. It is one of the things that really makes this worth doing. And anytime you jump out and you do this sort of thing, you're just sort of scared that you're going to set out a party and nobody's going to show up. So thank you so much for being a part of this. Let's take a look at the answers. Oh my goodness. They have no real idea.
Yeah.
36% of the room, 36%, 9 people guessing countries with purple flags, 8 people guessing U.S. states that only border one state. Null Island at 20%. And 12% on the number of capital cities in South Africa. I'm going to let you know an interesting thing before we even show you the answers. Null Island is called Null Island because it's at 0, 0. That is your 0. That's why it's called Null Island. It's cute. That sometimes is how things work. So I will tell the 5 of you that guessed that you're wrong. But here is the correct answer. The number of capital cities in South Africa. This seems like it can't possibly be right. Do you have some background on this one, Stephen?
So I can't remember it's split up by like cultural capital, governmental capital. That's how it's organized. I wish I had my notes from Aaron right in front of me, but I don't have those notes in front of me. But it's basically there are different capitals based on different criteria that are named.
There's a question. If we bribe you for points, do they show up right away? Here's how it's going to work, Jeff. We're going to take breaks between each of the games that will be time to bribe us. That is just to make sure that we don't crash each other in the system because there's a few of us behind the scenes here making sure this game rolls. So what's going to happen is you're going to actually get to see everyone's scores at the end of the first round. We're going to pull the screen away, let people bribe us, and then show you what the screen looks like. So we will tell you when it is time to bribe. We have just a group of dedicated people and far more than you would think it would take ready to go and do this. So there are times when you can bribe us and we will let you know what they are. But there is a time to make corn. There's a time to grow wheat. There's a time to bribe us. And there's a time to get an answer right. Here we go. Question number 6. Which of these is 3? The number of original members still in the Temptations. The number of number 1 hits CCR had on the Billboard Hot 100. The number of characters named George in the musical Sunday in the Park with George. The number of books written by Ringo Starr. That is what you're looking at here. CCR, of course, Creedence Clearwater Revival. But if you really know them, if you're tight with them, CCR.
CCR, yeah.
This one I had to look up. It was originally the Billboard Hot 100 wasn't there. So I was super curious the charts that we were looking at.
That's rare with you being the trivia maven that you have to look something up. I think we did our job.
Check.
I'm gratified on the last one that so many people were wrong. Is that bad of me? That
Not at all. Not at all. I have to ask, when I looked at Null Island, I was like, would I fall for Null Island? I might. Jeff noting turn.
Yes.
I'll get that. Yeah, absolutely. Got it. Always nice to be told when it's time to bribe. Oh, yeah, we're not here to confuse you. We want to make sure you know exactly where your money is going. So let's take a look. Let's see how everybody answered. Oh, wow.
Woof.
This could be just chuck some dice around. This could be any answer. Anybody could be right. Pretty much a quarter of the room.
Yeah.
This is as close to a split down the middle as we can get. The correct answer is the number of books written by Ringo Starr. If there's any of these you want to talk to, feel free. I'm going to talk to CCR because I looked that one up. They had 5 number 2 hits and 0 number 1 hits. They never hit number 1 on the chart. They had number 2 5 times.
Isn't that such a weird little factoid there that you'd think with all the, you can like rattle off the song titles, none of them hit the number 1.
It's one of those things that happens in music, if you're the kind of nerd for pop music, is often as time goes on, things will become important that weren't at the time. Like the song Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses did nothing for them, but is the hit you know them for. You don't know them for I Know What Boys Like.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the board. Dirk has suddenly jumped up to first place. Ian with 387, Rat Punk at 358, and everyone else is following. There's the top 3 on the medal stand, but don't worry, you can get to the medal stand with a little bit of bribery. The top 6 will make the final game with Rich Sommer. We're going to move on to question number 7. Which of these is 3? The number of internet service providers founded by David Bowie, the number of barleycorns in an inch, the number of times Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, and Babe Ruth hit 4 home runs in a game, or the number of U.S. state capitals that end in the letter U, as in umbrella. But that's the U at the beginning. It's an A at the end of umbrella. Let's take a look. I'm going to look at some comments that have come in. Debbie is apparently in last place.
Keep at it, Debbie. You'll get one.
Don't worry. And if that's a problem, we have a surefire solution for that.
We do.
That can get you, gosh darn it, right back in the game.
And I'll give the rest of the audience, we're going to be showing an artwork by Debbie during one of the breaks, too, that's available in the auction.
And we're going to remind you.
Yes.
If you want to donate, if for some reason you can't use that QR code in the top right corner, go to bit.ly/Spiel-donation. I have to be honest, I thought that was one that, I thought it was a crawl. I didn't realize it was a lower third.
No, that's fine.
Well, I mean, unless you're out there and you really needed to know what was going on at the bottom of the screen. Let's take a look. 54% says number of times Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, and Babe Ruth hit 4 home runs in a game. Internet service providers founded by David Bowie. Yes, that David Bowie.
Yes. Go ahead.
2 on the number U, or on the number U, on the letter U. 31% says the number of barleycorns in an inch. The correct answer. Barleycorns in an inch.
Not the baseball one. I'm surprised that the baseball one tricked so many people.
Well, because it feels right. It has a ring of truthiness.
Yeah.
Here's what you need to know. The answer to the number of times Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth hit 4 home runs in a game is a collective 0. The number of internet service providers founded by David Bowie is 1.
BowieNet.
Yeah, BowieNet. Which is
and it lasted a surprising 5 or 6 years before it shut down. Like it was an actual thing, not just like it was there a month and gone.
Yeah, it wasn't like promotion for an album.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Dirk leading the game with 490. The Fact Rat at 445. Ian at 387. And there are more people, but they're hard for me to read so quickly. Debbie is happy I used Ring of Truthiness. Thank you. Okay, so here's a great question. What the heck's a barleycorn? Other than 1/3 of an inch?
I believe it's another unit of measurement, I believe, if I remember right. I will have to look that up. Give me 2 seconds and I'll remind myself.
We're going to look things up, but the good news is in between questions, while we're waiting for people to answer, we have nothing but time, so we'll get on that barleycorn thing for you. Although I will tell you, quick answer, 1/3 of an inch. We're moving on to question number 8. Get on your phones. Here we go. Which of these is 3? The number of ingredients in an original Triscuit. The number of Triple Crowns won by jockey Eddie Acaro. The number of U.S. states with the Triceratops as the state dinosaur. The number of criminal trials lost by Gary Spence. Here we go. Stephen, have we gotten intel on that barleycorn thing?
Funnily enough, if you look it up on Wikipedia, the first thing it says is it is a former English unit of measure equal to 1/3 an inch.
There you go. That's what you need to know.
I am not being as smart-assy as you think I am. That's literally what I found.
We're not here to be facetious.
No.
We're going to change that. We're going to thank once again our sponsors.
Yes.
Happy Balbob, Ravensburger, North America, and Haba USA. Thank you so much for your prize support and your constant support of what we're doing here.
I'd like to make a shout out to Bezier Games and Greater Than Games, who are long-term and year-long sponsors of the Spiel as well, and they deserve a big shout out.
So much. Let's take a look at the answers. Let's see what everybody gave us. So 50% of the room said the number of ingredients in an original Triscuit. 27% number of U.S. states with the Triceratops as the state dinosaur, which is apparently a thing.
Yep.
And everything else splattered about. I would guess Triscuit too, because you would think it's a 3-ingredient biscuit. But it's not. The tri is for electric. It is an electric biscuit. That is what Triscuit is for. People figured it out years ago. The tra in Triscuit is electric. It's an electric biscuit. The correct answer is also Triscuit. There are only 3 ingredients in a Triscuit. But the reason it's called a Triscuit is because of electric. It's an electric biscuit. I know. I couldn't believe it either. What did that do to the scores? Dirk at 550, Ian at 486, Rat Punk at 456, and a couple points back in fourth place. Top 6 will be advancing. We're moving on to question number 9 of the 10 questions of our opening round. Here we go. Which of these is 3? The number of McDonald's in Iceland, the number of sandwiches on the original McDonald's menu, the number of sausages in a McNurnburger, or the number of U.S. state capitals that do not have a McDonald's. Is that in the actual state capital or the whole city?
Yes, in the state capital.
In the physical state capitol building.
Yes.
I thought that's what it had to be.
That's a good clarification. I probably should have written that one a little differently.
That happens. That's why I thought I would get it right as people were starting. The other thing I will note is there should be an umlaut over the U in McNurnburger, but I couldn't figure out how to get to a non-English keyboard in this program. So in your, do me a favor, in your imagination head, pretend there's an umlaut over the U for me.
We could just say it with the German accent.
I could, but it would be insulting. I have a real rough German accent.
Mine's not great either.
Probably more respectful than mine is. Let's take a look. All over the board, what they've decided is not sausages on a McNurnburger, not the U.S. state capitals that do not have McDonald's. More or less a 50-50. The number of McDonald's in Iceland, the number of sandwiches on the original McDonald's menu. I will tell you one thing. I'll take care of the 50-50. There are no McDonald's in Iceland.
Yes.
The correct answer is the number of sausages on a McNurnburger.
3 of them.
Sausages.
Yeah.
How many sausages do you need on a McDonald's bun?
I mean, it's Germany, so, they're the land of pork and beer, so more is better. And
we've learned the answer is, Stephen, 3. That's how many you need. Let's take a look. Ian leading with 583. Dirk at 558. Rat Punk at 456.
Nice.
As I try to get those across. We have one more question before we take our first break. Okay, folks, this is your last chance for no money down to get 100 points. Here we go. Final question before we take our first break. Which of these is 3? The number of vegetables used as currency in ancient Egypt, the number of animals with chins aside from humans, the number of Sioux chiefs that defeated Custer at Little Bighorn, the number of Cleopatra's Needles standing in major cities around the world. And there you go. There's your clock. And in just a moment, if you're thinking, I would like to hear Bruce talk less, and I would like to hear Stephen talk more.
That opportunity is coming very soon.
Don't worry, just stick around.
And you'll be able to buy points too.
Oh, definitely. I will tell you, we are going to take the entire scoreboard away during the point buying portion of the game, and we will pop it back up. The only time you'll be able to see the points actively update will be as we head into the final.
Are we going to give them one look here at the end of the round so they know where they stand?
Of course we are. We're not animals. And just knowing there, since Debbie said it, thanks to everybody who contributed questions on these. I get to be the person that gets to read them, so it seems like I'm clever. I wrote nothing here. I researched a couple things once I saw them, but I literally wrote not a gosh darn thing. Fantastic work to everybody that wrote these. You may not realize it. It's a real love-hate relationship. I didn't mean to put that one up, but that's where we are now. But thank you so much. Because, yeah, essentially you've written 40 questions for 10 questions of content. Yep. So let's take a look. Let's see how everybody did. So other than animals with chins, which one person out there, and I will tell you, if you're that one person, if you're right, you're turning this game around.
High five.
Hey, absolute. There it would be. But let's see how it goes. The correct answer is number of Cleopatra's Needles standing in major cities. We are at the end of round 1. These are our scores. Ian with 682. Dirk with 558. Rat Punk with 527. Alex with 490. And that is how much I can see. We'll leave that up for just a moment while everyone talks. Stephen, begin telling people everything they need to know.
So I want to point out, this is your opportunity to buy points. Like I said, it's a dime a point. So $10, $1 will get you 10 points. $100 will get you 1,000 points, and you can do the math anywhere in between. You're only allowed to buy in one time. You can't buy 5 and then buy 5 more and then buy 5 more just because of the you'll create the accounting department, nightmares for the accounting department behind the scenes. The one thing that I would ask, because I see lots of nicknames on the leaderboard here, is in the, I believe there's a comment field when you go to make the donation. Please, please, please tell who you are in the game so that we can attach the points to the right people. That's very important in this process. And you'll have 3 opportunities. So this is the first break. You have an opportunity to sort of buy your way back into contention here. And then even after the final round, if you want to jockey, but you're not going to know how many points other people are buying until the end of this break. So give accordingly to your pocketbook and to your desire to maybe make the final round, and to help us, of course, because we certainly love and appreciate your generous support here, and we need it to continue to do what we're doing.
I'm going to ask one question about point buy, because it's what I would be confused about if I were out there. I haven't looked at the comments yet, but I'm going to guess it's up there. So you said you can't buy 5 and then buy 5 more. You can make 1 buy in each round, right?
Yes. You can make 1 buy in each round. I'm sorry if I confused you there. It's just within each round. You can't, please don't like buy $10 and then buy another $10 and another $10 right now. If you would want to spend $30, spend $30 all in one chunk, because the accounting behind the scenes will take a lot longer if we have people doing that.
If you want to buy a $10 chunk in this first break, and then a $10 chunk in the second break, and then a $10 chunk in the finals, that's perfectly fine.
Totally fine.
So here's what we're going to do. This is your last chance to kind of get a look at what the scores are right now. I'm now going to pull out to Stephen and I. And Stephen, talk to these fine folks, show them some of the art auction stuff, and tell me what you want me to put on the screen for you.
Well, let's start with the art auction, and maybe you can put a link up to the art auction. So in addition to, we kind of fashioned the Spiel-A-Thon as a 3-ring circus of fun. And one of the things, even pre-pandemic, that we had planned for the end of the year was an art auction, because we here at the Spiel believe that play is a many-fold thing. Games are certainly our jam, but there's many other ways to express playfulness, and art is a great way for people to be playful. And we thought, hey, why don't we combine people's love of play with sort of giving them an outlet that is not games, and show that creative impulse to be playful in different ways. So I'm going to show you, we've had tons of people submit artworks, original artworks from all over, and they're all up on our eBay auction site for the Spiel-A-Thon. 100% of the proceeds go here. So let's see, I guess I'll do my first self-plug here. So this is my item. This is a mask that I bought in Venice, but I have encrusted it with dice, if you can see. And that is up on the channel right now. I already mentioned Debbie. I think this is the most amazing thing. Debbie is a children's book author. She's a writer of children's books and other books, but she's also a children's book illustrator. And she has done this absolutely wonderful watercolor mixed media piece that it's kind of hard to see maybe if I hold it straight up, but they're actual meeples on the painting here. There's another one. I really like, let's see, my friend Lucio Rodriguez in Southern California has made this just wonderful dice tray. This is a rare tiger wood, and the bottom is leather. That's also available. Let's see, what else do I have? I have, this is done by Patty Richardson, Doug, my co-host's wonderful wife. There's this tradition in Sweden called the Dala horse, but instead of Dala horses, we have a Dala rabbit, a Dala snail, a Dala squid, and a Dala bird. I just think it's super charming. Thank you, Patty. And let's do one more here. We've got, well, I'll sort of mix some in on the other breaks too. Gubbins, one of the wonderful workers here behind the scenes tonight, he's a fantastic origami artist. This is all one unit. It's multiple pieces of paper, obviously, but it's gigantic. And he has worked on this literally over the last several months to put this together. It's just a wonderful art item. All of those are available for bid, and you'll walk away with a wonderful, playful creation from some of the playful people here behind the scenes.
One thing I want to check real quick, Stephen, do you have a direct line to Gubbins so that we know if he is, in fact, done with adding points in before we head into round 2?
Francie is supposed to give me a high sign here in the pad itself. I have not heard from Francie yet, so I think they may still be.
Well, that's fantastic. Then I think that is wonderful. I'm going to put some pictures up here.
Yes.
We can talk about what the Spiel Foundation does.
Sure.
I'm also going to make one note to you. I don't know if one Mr. Rich Sommer is watching, If he is, we are running a little long.
Yes.
I hope that he sees that, and then that does not change much of anything.
I hope not.
Let me put a picture up for you. I'll give you one. You can just try to talk to whatever random picture I put up.
Sure, yeah. So one of the main things that we do here at the Spiel Foundation to try to make the world more playful is we deliver bundles full of 5 games to all kinds of different institutions all over the United States and Canada. At one point, we're going to be around the world. Right now, it's just the U.S. and Canada. We started out with children's hospitals and senior centers. We've now added boys and girls clubs, women's shelters, homeless shelters, libraries, and schools to our list of donees, as well as eventually prisons. We'll have bundles of games going into the prison system as well. This is an example of what what my basement looks like when we're getting ready to deliver one of our smaller waves of bundles. If you can believe it, this is a small different waves of bundles that you're seeing here. These are approximately between 500 and maybe 700 games going out at a time.
Wow.
All the games are prepped and packed, meaning they're all punched and bagged and ready to play when they arrive. So every single game in there, all 5 games, are ready to go and ready to play when they arrive, whether it's at a hospital or a senior center. And of course, we use our expertise in knowing games to find just the right fit of games for the different institutions that we donate to. I just got a text. Let me see if that is from dear Francie.
I will pull that away so that people can see you staring down at your phone. Once again, thank you so much, everybody that's sticking through this. I do have a feeling we're going to run a little long. So I'm just warning you out there.
Yeah.
I don't think very, though.
No, I don't think so. I think this first round and working out the kinks of the point buying will be the challenge, or just we haven't done this before, so we have to figure out the logistics of that part. So that was from the text was from Doug saying that players can actually still see the current standings on their devices.
Okay. You know what? I completely forgot about that. So they can watch what's happening.
Yeah.
And I can't hide them from it. So there you go. So you can see exactly what you're doing.
I didn't
Less secretive than I meant to be. I have to be honest. The main reason we were hiding everything was so that we could talk to you without that on the screen.
Yeah.
That was really our main reason.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look. Couple things coming in here. Jeff noting lots of whiskey there. Colleen Gorman, the art auction has some really awesome things. And remember, support the art auction. Spiel-A-Thon art auction. There's a bunch of different ways you've probably been told to get there. One of them is bit.ly/Spiel Art Auction. Will get you in there. Just some notes. Amy noting she just loves everything about the organization. Thanks, you so
Amy.
much. Thank you for giving us some of your night. I'm going to put this up just because it makes me feel happy. I love Bruce's shirt. It would inspire me to do better in the next phase of the Spiel-A-Thon. Wait till you see that, Debbie. The next step of the Spiel-A-Thon we've put in the middle so that if you are upset, there will be a part of the Spiel-A-Thon that will come back around for you.
You could blame me.
It's a real thing we're going to do. It's a real thing. 9 out of 10 dentists say a dice tray will improve your dice rolls.
Made by the maker pointing that out. I love it.
Nice.
A little selfless.
That is a gorgeous piece.
It's a tiger wood. It's got leather in the bottom. Very nice. Lucio said he was tempted to bid on it to get it back himself.
I understand. I've almost done that and things. I completely get it.
Hey, Mick. Good to hear from Mick.
Indeed.
Love
Always
you too.
wonderful. Mick, who's been on Board Game, the game show, for the Winter View. That's actually what we're going to be finishing with is the Winter View, the only interview you can win. And it'll be maybe some of the biggest prizes for a Winter View we've ever seen.
Yeah. We are done with the point buying. I think we've got a note from Francie here. We will call it off here.
Okay.
So we have, oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh my word. My, how the tide has turned.
So we need to give a shout out to Noel Strickling, because Noel Strickling, this would be a 4-peat for him as Spiel-A-Thon champion. We actually should have a meeple coat and scepter, because he owns the crown right now. He is the current crown owner. He has his own crown. We make new ones every time, but this would be his 4th crown. So he is interested in, he has motivation, let's say, to keep that. So let's see, Noel, 1,000 points. Colleen, Our Family Plays Game, each with 100. Sarah with 100. Ronald with 250 points. Sherry with 200 points. Jeff with 250. And Lucio with 250. So thank you so much for all your donations. We really appreciate it. And let's get on with round 2.
So we're about to head into round 2. Round 2 is a little game we call the In Crowd. Here's what's going to happen is you're going to be presented with an opinion. Just pick how you feel. Steven and I will decide which group of people is in the in crowd. If you're in the in crowd, you're going to score points. It's that simple. But if you're saying, Bruce, I'll just always predict the number one answer, that doesn't mean Steven and I are always going to take the number one answer. So I would say, see the question, answer the question, and good luck. Here we go to question number 11, the first game of the in crowd. It will be an opinion question. Just provide your opinion. Here we go. What is your favorite classic board game? Monopoly, Clue, Sorry, or the Game of Life? You're going to have less time on these because they're just opinions. That's all they are. Tell us how you feel about it. Steven?
There should be no analysis paralysis with this, I think.
All of these you're just going to pick. So here's what I'm thinking, Steven, having run a couple of these before.
Yeah.
For our very first one, let's pick the most popular answer and give them points.
I think that's fair. I think that's totally fair.
So let's take a look. At 58%, Clue beats everything. If you picked Clue, you are going to get your points. Give me 1 second to get to the right screen so that I can award you your points. A Clue getting it with 58%. You are in the in crowd. You have scored your points. If you pick Clue, you're going to get points. Let's see what that does to the scores. Noel still leading. Ian in second, Dirk in third. It is still the faster you answer, so you are rewarded for having those opinions as quickly as possible. We're going to move on to question number 12. Here we go. What's your favorite fruit? Strawberries, bananas, apples, or oranges? I will say, if you are the pedantic type of geek, assume that every one of these has the preamble of the choices that you are given.
Yes, please.
Always assume that that's there. So, Steven, I want to teach everyone a lesson about what a cruel mistress this game is.
All right.
So I would like to take the second most popular.
Ooh, okay.
If there is a tie of any kind, every part of the tie is going to win. So if first and second tie, you're both going to get it. But I want the second most popular, okay?
I love it.
This is so people learn you're not going to game this one. Let's see how you answered. So the most popular answer was strawberries. We're taking the second most popular answer. So oranges is going to score on this one. Oranges gets our points.
Orange, you glad you guessed oranges? Sorry, that was bad. That was bad. You can pay me to stop making bad puns.
Yeah, and you actually can do that.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Noel's still far ahead. Ian, Lucio Man with 702, Dirk with 639. We're about to head into our next opinion. Remember, we can decide whatever we want. I will tell you one bit of honesty so that you know what we're doing. We do not see the percentages before we decide. Yeah. We are just randomly deciding. We see the percentages when you do, and I can change the answers to get to it. Question 13. What's your favorite candy bar? Snickers, Twix, Kit Kat, or Baby Ruth? They have 20 seconds to work on it. Steven, whatever you tell me, I'm going to go with.
Well, we haven't done the least, have we? We haven't done the least popular.
We have not done the least popular. I will note, if we do least popular, it will be more than 0.
Okay.
So if there's a 0, to make sure every time somebody is going to get some points.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Least popular. So least popular, non-zero answer. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. So Kit Kat leading, Twix second. Snickers by sales is actually number 1 in the country. Baby Ruth is going to get the points because we picked the least popular answer for this one. Baby Ruth is getting your points. Let's get that set up. There we go. That's in place. Let's show you. Baby Ruth is how you do it. Noel's still leading. Ian, Lucio Man, Dirk Ratpunk, Alex Desprez, Colleen Gorman, and that's as fast as I can read them.
Yes.
We're about to move into the next question. Once again, they're all opinions. Answer quickly and hope you are in the correct group. To get your points, you need to be in the in crowd. Let's take a look. Question number 14. What's your favorite pizza topping? Pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, or pineapple?
This is almost like a religious question, isn't it?
It really is. Although I have to be honest, if given my druthers, this might be the type of pizza I would order.
Okay.
I'd take them all. I
Did
might
you just
take
give-
one of the two meats off, but I'd take
Okay.
the rest. Although mushrooms and pineapple together are real weird.
Yeah, texture-wise, I could see texture-wise that might be a little weird.
So what do we want to do, Stephen? I kind of want to reward the most popular answer.
Okay, yeah.
It's something real weird.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Most popular answer will be getting points on this. Let's see what that is. Most popular answer by one vote over mushroom is pepperoni. I expected this to be a long shot, and pepperoni would take it by a ton. Pepperoni edging that one out. So the points are going to go to pepperoni. There we go. Let's award those points. And let's take a look at the leaderboard. Noel's still leading.
There's some people
doing really good at these, making noticeable progress. Ian at 776. Remember, top 6 players are going to make it to our final, where you're going to play with Rich Sommer.
Do you think it's time for a giveaway?
You know, it very well might be. There hasn't been a lot of talk in the comments, and they might be getting a little grumpy about the game format. So you know what? Let's give another prize away.
I think to mollify the crowd, to let them know we're still with you, even though you might be a little mad at us right now.
So we're going to give away game package number 2, which is Minecraft Builders and Biomes and Coinks. I'm sorry, no, it says Coinks. This was the one we had a problem with.
Oh, this is Hocus Pocus. Minecraft and Hocus Pocus.
It's good on your screen. If you win, it's going to say Coinks space. It is not Coinks space. It is Hocus Pocus. We're going to pick a winner right now. Take a look at your screen. A wheel should come up, and we have our winner. The winner of game package number 2 is P5XJN. So it's someone who entered the room code as their name. So please make sure contact Steven. Let us know.
Please do.
That you won. If you need to, like, just screen capture your screen right now so that we can see what you've got. You did not give an email, which you don't have to. But P5XJN, which tells me it's someone that entered the room code. So if you won, let us know. But we did give away that prize.
Maybe
and we're about to move on.
Maybe put your name in the chat.
Yeah, put your name in the chat. Let us know. Because congratulations.
Yes. Woohoo! P5J.
XQ. We're headed into question number 15. Tell us your opinion. What do you think? What's your favorite sport? Curling, chess, archery, or bocce? Curling, chess, archery, or bocce. For me, of these, I think I take curling.
I mean, you're not going to get any argument from me. I don't have my curling broom within arm shot, but I'm actually a curler, so.
That's just, so I'm not a curler. So I guess I actually have to take bocce because I've played more bocce than I've curled.
Curling is awesome. I would pick curling if it were left to me, but I'll defer to you if you would. I like bocce too, but there's a clear winner in my estimation.
So here's the question: who's the clear winner of this? Which group do we want to take?
I'd say curling.
No, you can't just say who's going to win it. What group? We can't just say if you pick curling, you're going to win it.
Yeah.
That's unfair.
No, it is. It is unfair. So you pick.
Okay, so now I'm going to take the second most popular group. Not the most popular,
yeah.
The second most popular. The most popular is curling by a country mile. Second most popular is chess. That's what we'll be taking it, is chess. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I was guessing my way into curling. I figured chess would be 1, curling would be 2, and then we could have a moment about it. But that is not how it turned out. This definitely a curling crowd. Chess is what wins that one, with 2 people agreeing with me on bocce. Let's take a look at the rankings. Noel still leading. Lucio Man at 792. Ian at 776. Dirk Rat Punk. And I know there was another person, but I can't read quick enough. We're about to move in. Here is your next opinion question. Question number 16. Try to be in the in crowd. Who's your favorite Simpson? Homer, Bart, Lisa, or Marge? Who's your favorite Simpson? Homer, Bart, Lisa, or Marge? That is the question that you have ahead of you. These questions are 20 seconds apiece. Final round, they are 30 seconds apiece because you're going to be facing honest-to-goodness trivia for a third and final round. There was a question. You and I both answered it in the chat. There are no eliminations until the final.
Yes.
You play all the way to the final. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
Yeah.
What do we think, Steven? Which group you want to take?
I think. Do you have a feeling?
We haven't done most popular in a while.
We haven't done most popular. Let's do most popular.
Let's do most popular. Here we go. With 60 50% of the vote, Lisa Simpson wins that one. We went most popular this time, and that means we went for Lisa Simpson. Lisa Simpson, the correct answer on that one. Let me show you that. There it is. What's that do to the board? Noel still leading far and away. Lucia Man in second. Dirk in third. Rat Punk in fourth. Once again, I just don't read them quick enough. Okay, we have Gene Feet won the last giveaway.
Okay. Yes.
Congrats, Gene.
Thanks, Gene. Good job.
Good job, Lisa Stans. Good work. I didn't expect it either. We're moving on to question 17, your seventh opinion question. Here we go.
I got a plan for this one.
What is your favorite game show? Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, Jeopardy, or Press Your Luck? I definitely have a far favorite here, which for me is Press Your Luck.
Yeah. Jeopardy.
No whammies, stop.
Yeah.
It was an important part of my childhood.
Wheel of Fortune is probably my least favorite of those.
I like the giant wheel, but that's pretty much where the love affair.
Yeah. I like Price is Right was fun because of all the different games you got to play. Like it was always different, right?
I'm going to put it at the bottom. If you're watching the crawl, we're going to talk about the Coven Center for Play.
Yeah.
That will house the game library. That's going to be there. Talking to you about the mission of the Spiel Foundation and kind of the future of the Spiel Foundation.
Have we done the third, like the third most popular? I don't think we've done that category yet.
Done that. It's a sticky wicket, but we'll do it. Third most popular. Remember, if there's a tie in any way, shape, or form, every part of the tie is going to get points.
Try that.
The third most popular. Thread this needle, folks. First, most popular is Jeopardy. There is a tie for second, which includes third. So the Price is Right and Press Your Luck are both going to get it.
I like it.
Price is Right and Press Your Luck are both going to be
Wheel of Fortune.
And that's why we explained to you how we were going to do ties, that if you're any part of a tie, you're going to get it. We do not see Price is Right and Press Your Luck as tied for second. They are clearly second and third. So we're going to put them together 4 points. Sorry, one person who guessed Wheel of Fortune. So those are the points that we're awarding for Price is Right and Press Your Luck. Let's take a look. Noel still far in the lead. Dirk with 894. Lucia Man with 893. It is a 10-cent game to get to second place right now.
Yep.
We're about to move on to question 18. Watch your screens. What's your favorite movie series? Back to the Future, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, or Marvel's Avengers? Right?
So this is another almost like religious decision here too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Take a stand. Take a stand, people.
There is somebody noting, I don't want to cover up part of the screen, but Noel 12021 is talking about the story about the guy who memorized the algorithm for the game. I see in the waiting room one Mr. Rich Sommer, which tells me no one told him how late. I want to make sure, because I know he can hear us.
Yes.
We are running, Rich, dreadfully late. Okay, good. Rich is giving me the thumbs up. If at any point you want in and you want to chat, let me know. Okay. It's not exactly good, but he'll tolerate it.
Okay.
So all I see is a lot of hands and a watch. So I'm just going to keep moving the game as fast as I can to get to Rich's part of it. Let's take a look. Which one do we want to pick? I say most popular because I want to cut the religion down and let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
With 38% just barely edging it out, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is the correct answer here. Let me jump in. Let me fix that. There we go. Lord of the Rings.
How long do you think we're running behind?
Dreadfully.
Well, Rich is winning a number. He's asking me.
I would say maybe 35 minutes.
Woo. Okay.
Because don't forget, we have a buying round and another round of questions.
That's true. That's true.
So I would call it dreadfully late. And I'm patching up as fast as I can, Rich, I promise you. Let's take a look at this board.
He just said bye.
At 962, Lucia Man at 893 as we move on to the next question. Question 19, here's your opinion question. What's your favorite breakfast item? Waffles, pancakes, French toast, or donuts? Waffles, pancakes, French toast, or donuts?
A bread delight.
Indeed.
Do you have a favorite out of that bunch?
Oh, the waffles by a country mile.
Ooh, really? Wow.
Yeah, definitely waffles by a ton. So much so that for my wedding, I asked for a waffle maker, like a for
Wow.
real, like hundreds of dollars, unfortunately expensive waffle maker. I see Rich has disappeared. Is he just leaving for a little while, or is he just like,
Yes.
I'm done for the night?
No, I think he's coming back. I think
Okay,
he's
good.
coming back.
Okay, good. So which one of these do we want to take?
Do you want to? Have we done least popular?
We have a couple times, but we'll do it again. Least popular is what we're looking for. Wow, everything getting some action. Least popular. I never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
French toast at number 1, donuts at number 2, waffles. That's where my heart is.
Yeah.
Least popular is pancakes.
That's shocking. I have to say that's shocking to me.
I would have lost that bet over and over again. The correct answer is pancakes because it's the least popular answer. Let's take a look at the board. Noel still leading 1382, Dirk at 962, Lucio Man at 893, which for some reason is a very hard number for me to process.
Yeah, that is.
We're moving into our 10th and final question of this round. Get ready, folks. Here we go. What's your favorite beverage? Eggnog, kombucha, bubble tea, or clamato? You have, Steven, picked just a heck of a group of beverages.
We tried to do like what is my least instead of I don't want any of these, like which is the most tolerable of the
So for me, like 2 of these I genuinely very much like.
Yeah.
And then there's also clamato.
Now, see, I like clamato. That's the one that I don't.
Is wrong with you? I can't even deal with it when they make the mixed beverage of clamato and Bud Light, which is a real thing that is packaged.
Yeah.
So what are we picking for this one? Are we taking the most popular because all of these are meh?
I think we have to see how that pans out.
So we're looking, the most popular will be the one to get the points.
Yep.
For our final opinion question, are you in the in crowd? Leading by a country mile, bubble tea. Bubble tea getting it. Eggnog second. Third is kombucha. Fourth is clamato. That is exactly how I see it. Let me go here. Let me note bubble tea.
I like bubble tea.
To me is the one that's genuinely good. Although I guess if you have weird textural issues, you wouldn't necessarily like it.
Yeah, the tapioca can be a definite hit or miss with a lot of people.
Yeah. Let's take a look. These are the rankings as we head into our second break. Once again, this is your second break, your second chance to get in the game with more points. You can see it there. We're going to take it away. You can still see it on your screens as we've learned. So we're not really attempting to hide it from you. If you want to buy points, now is the time. You can do it in the top right corner if you hit that donate button there, or let me give you the link.
I'm going to set a timer on this one since we're running late. 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to buy points.
5 minutes to buy points.
Yes. So when the timer goes off, if you haven't gotten your points in, you'll have to wait till the final round.
Okie doke. So talk to us as you go along. Tell me what you need me to put on the screen for you.
Well, let's show a few more art items, and then we'll go to maybe the picture with the warehouse after that. So this was made. I have 2 of these to show. This is perler beads. These are plastic beads that you arrange into a pattern, and then you use like an iron to mesh them together into a thing. So this is a card from the card game Teach You that my a longtime friend and supporter of the Spiel, Ronnie Worley, has done. So there's one that is a Teach You card, the dragon. And then if anyone knows the game Takenoko, I think this one is just awesome.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that cool? So those are up in the art auction. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I have this wonderful painting from a Canadian supporter, Laura Martin, did this wonderful little painting, miniature painting that I just think is wonderful.
That is great.
We have that. What else do we have here? Oh, Thais Mills here. We have these really cool, if I can open it up, they are hand-painted orchid hair clips.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
Isn't that cool? So there's one that's sort of multicolored, and then I wonder if I can get this one out. They're kind of delicate, but they're really cool. This one is a black orchid.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
Which I think, I'm fading out of camera there. There we go. But Thais Mills has done those. We'll include, you can go to the auction and find out more about that. She has a wonderful Facebook page as well, and I can put up links to that if people want to find out more about those. So there's some of the items that are available in the art auction. We have 3 minutes left in the point buying phase. So why don't we go with the warehouse picture?
Let's go with the warehouse picture. Bear with me for just a moment. I believe that is the one you're talking about.
Yep. So I showed you before in the first picture, we've been working out of my house here. And this year, we've started to expand this year with the grand plan with the DeKoven Center for Play and bringing everything with the Spiel Media Network in together. I was approached by Ravensburger and several other publishers with an opportunity to accept thousands of games instead of hundreds for our bundle program. And I did not want to say no, of course. And so I begged, borrowed, and stole and found a place just a little north of Indianapolis that was willing to rent us warehouse space. We have over 10,000 games now in this warehouse. And because of the pandemic, I'm the only one allowed in there to prep the game. So it's just me and this giant stack of games. And I'm prepping each one, bagging, punching, you can see the label inside of them. And all the ones with happy faces are the ones that are done. And that's just sort of my little motivational way of keeping myself going. Like I can see my progress from day to day when I go into the warehouse, because there's more boxes smiling at me because they're ready to go out whenever the world gets back to normal. But this is what your donations allow us to do. We can dream bigger and have a bigger impact on the world the more we're able to have in our coffers. It's a simple equation. The math is pretty simple there, that our ambitions and our plans are really limited only by the budget at this point, because we've got a big, bold plan on the table, and you all can help make that happen.
That's fantastic. Do you know how much time's left in the buy? From what I understand, there's a problem with the Bitly. Let me take a look real quick.
We have about a minute left. Is the Bitly not working now?
No, Bitly Spiel donation, at least on what I'm using, I'm checking it here on the computer, is going directly to where it's supposed to, which is the Spiel Foundation PayPal page.
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check. There was a note in the comments that said it was not working.
Maybe it's just because there are lots of people hitting it at the same time or something.
That could be. There's also the capital S is important. The capital D is important. It must be Spiel donation exactly like that. Capital S, capital D. Because that's just a thing that Bitly does. That's not really anything we can control. I will tell you, final round, things are going to move fast and furious.
Yes.
Because we've already had one Mr. Rich Sommer show up, and we've had to turn him away. So we're going to be moving very quick to try to get this thing on board, just letting you know out there. So I'm going to be hitting those. Rather than reading the whole question, I'm going to just hit the thing when it starts.
The timer is up. The timer is up.
So we're about to move. Let me bring the game back on the board. Those are our current rankings. Do we have anybody we want to thank before we jump in?
Yes, we have, oh my gosh, Noel with 1,500 points.
Wow.
Noel is definitely wanting to compete for the crown. We have 250 from Alan, 200 from Sherry, 250 from Ron. Thank you very much. That's amazing, Noel. He is ensuring that he is at least going to be in the running, maybe, for the four-peat for the Meeple Crown. Oh, and Francie just said Rich Sommer donated 25.
Well, thank you so much, Rich.
Thanks so much, Rich.
We're about to head into, this is another trivia round. These are straightforward trivia questions. That's all it is. We're going to bring you a multiple choice question. You give me the answer. There are no, the questions are fun, but there are no crazy catches in this round. This is your final round. This is your race to the finals and your chance to play the Winterview with Rich Sommer. Here we go. Stare at your screens. The game begins now. Yomiuriland, just outside of Tokyo, is offering which of the following as a remote workspace complete with Wi-Fi? A giant fiberglass cup noodle, a Ferris wheel gondola, a video game arcade, or a souvenir stand that looks like a bullet train? I lied. I wanted to get all of that in, so I am going to try to read them quickly, though.
Yeah. Thank you, Aaron Green.
Say it again?
Aaron Green wrote many of these wonderful trivia questions. We owe her a great thank you and high five for her efforts with the Spiel-A-Thon here.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Just 10 seconds remaining. I will drink. I'm not going to take long transitions.
Yeah.
Just so all of you know, and I apologize to you, Rich, for the time here. Let's take a look. There we go. All answers are in. 40% on the cup noodle, 40% on the gondola, the video game arcade, the souvenir stand looks like a bullet train. All of them are at Yomiuri Land. The correct answer, the Ferris wheel gondola. The Ferris wheel gondola, the correct answer, although the rest of the stuff or some version of it is in fact there. Noel leading with 2,900. Alan, Lucia Man, Ian, Dirk, and Ron would be the 6 to move on to the next round. Here we go. Question 22. Nikki Patterson from Scotland recently set the Guinness World Record for the most tattoos of a musician on her body with 16 tattoos of who? Michael Jackson, Yanni, Eminem, or Dolly Parton? I am so proud of that gif.
That is an awesome addition. I love that.
That is the one thing I did for this round. I wrote not a single question, but I did add gifs wherever I could. Actually, it's not true. There is one question I did a lot of work on, but didn't write.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'll tell you, if you're out there, you're going to recognize it if you have watched anything I've done as soon as you see it. All answers are in. Taking a look at the crowd, 32% says Michael Jackson. Eminem and Dolly Parton are tied. Yanni is far back. This is going to be a surprise because the correct answer is Eminem. Eminem, the correct answer. Let's take a look. Noel leading, Alan C, Lucia Man, Ian, Dirk, and Ron are the top 6. You will have one more chance to buy your way to the finals. Here's your third question in the trivia round. What brand recently built their own Doomsday Vault in Norway next to the Svalbard Global Seed Vault? KFC, Coca-Cola, Heinz, or Oreo? If you find yourself, while we have 30 seconds to talk about it, coming up on Lifetime, noon on Sunday, is a KFC Lifetime original movie that's 15 minutes long and stars John Stamos.
As Colonel Sanders, right?
Yes. Yes. It is a recipe for romance.
I thought that was a joke.
There is a free game on Steam that is like a dating simulator that KFC put out that's amazing. Let's see how you answered. 40% go Coca-Cola, 32 for Heinz, 16 for Oreo, 12% on KFC. The correct answer is Oreo. Oh, there we go. We got you. What did that do to the scores? Noel S., Alan C., Lucia Man, Ron, Ian, and Dirk are our top 6 if we ended the game right now, but we're not. Question number 4. Here we go. Which of these is not a real Christmas album? A Waffle House Christmas, Christmas on Death Row, Christmas Eve with Colonel Sanders coming up again, and Teletubbies Under the Tree. Which of those is not a real Christmas album? That means, yes, folks, 3 of those are real Christmas albums.
One is not.
One is not. But 3 of them definitely are.
I like that gift too.
I'm pretty proud of these.
You didn't tell me you were doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with the contribution I could make while this was happening.
That's wacky. I love it.
Here we go. Let's take a look at your answers. 36% guessing Christmas Eve with Colonel Sanders. 28% a tie for Teletubbies and Waffle House Christmas. Nobody guessing Death Row Christmas. They definitely, Death Row Records did a Christmas album. Yep. The correct answer is Teletubbies Under the Tree. Surprisingly enough, that is not a Christmas album.
You think we got him with all our Colonel Sanders talk there?
I think we may have. The top 6 are exactly the same. So I guess get your wallets or get faster on the answers. Here we go. Question number 5 of this round. What was the original name of Pepsi? Pep You Up Cola, Fizzy Lizzy, Brad's Drink, or So Delicious? So sometimes, Stephen, you just pick the thing you should logically put, which is the Pepsi logo.
Yeah.
It's not super creative every time. Sometimes it's just straightforward.
That's okay. It's on the nose, but it's a big nose.
Yeah. And I thought if you're out there and you don't know what Pepsi is, let me remind you.
For those 3 living under a rock.
The 3 people. Pep You Up Cola, Fizzy Lizzy, Brad's Drink, or So Delicious, which was my favorite answer of any question in this game.
Yeah.
Pep You Up Cola with half the room, Brad's Drink with 28, 20 and 4 with the other answers. Correct answer is Brad's Drink. Brad's Drink, the correct answer on that one. No less, Alan C., Lucia Man, Dirk, Ron, and Ian are still our top 6 going. Sherry is a very close, within 70 points. Yeah. As we move on to question number 6. Which one of these flavors is a real flavor of Kit Kat? Apple vinegar, black pepper, sriracha, or Parmesan? Or I've heard people say it's sriracha. I thought it was sriracha.
I did too.
That's how I've always learned it.
Yeah.
But I think it was Chipotle. I think I've been mispronouncing. I think it's actually like Chipotle. So you never know. You never know with these.
Living in Indiana, pronunciation is pretty dodgy here. When you've got a place called Lafayette and Terre Haute.
Nice. So many crazy Kit Kats. We talk about them a lot on the Party Gamecast. Let's take a look and see what you have here. 52% figures Sriracha is the real one. 24% for apple vinegar, black pepper, Parmesan, not getting much. The one of these that's real is apple vinegar. Apple vinegar is the real one. I also thought there would be a Sriracha Kit Kat, but there's not. Let's take a look. Top 6. No less Alan C., Lucio Man, Dirk, Ron, and Ian with Alex Desprez now coming in 7th. On the cusp. Remember, the top 6 will advance. Question number 7 of this round. Here we go. Ben & Jerry's has a flavor graveyard where they retire old flavors. You can visit it. It's a thing. Which of these is a real retired flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream and is in the graveyard? Donut You Want Seconds, Happily Ever After, Vermonster Cookie, or Carmelo Out?
Those are all excellent pun names, and I wish they were all flavors.
Me too. I only wish in my world, because I'm not sure of these, that Carmelo Out was a brand crossover with Carmelo Anthony.
It totally should be if it isn't.
Yeah. That would be fantastic. Oh, that is my hope.
These are they should be something if they aren't.
Indeed. Indeed, and that Cherry Garcia there to remind you of Ben & Jerry's. All answers are in. A big split between Vermonster Cookie and Happily Ever After, with Donut You Want Seconds and Carmelo Out far behind. The correct answer is Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After is the one that was a former flavor and did not make it. The board, Noel, Alan, Lucia, Man, Ron, Dirk, and Ian with Rat Punk coming up close. Rat Punk less than 100 points away. Every question is worth 100 points. Here we go. Question number 8 of this round as we're closing into the finals.
Getting close.
The following is a real minor league / unaffiliated baseball team. The Tempe Flying Pigs, the Hershey Bears, the Utica Unicorns, or the Florida Launch. This is the one I had some work on. If you're out there and you're thinking, Bruce, did you touch the minor league baseball question? You're gosh darn right I did.
That was the softball pitch to you, right?
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, I hate to do this because I know I'm not the question writer, but I got to involve myself in this one.
And it's all the better for it.
For this.
Yeah. You were born for this question.
I was born for this question. Let's take a look. Let's see how you go. The room says 40% on the Utica Unicorns, guess the Tempe Flying Pigs, and the Florida Launch. No one guessing the Hershey Bears. The correct answer. The Utica Unicorns. They are an unaffiliated team that plays out of Utica. The Hershey Bears are a hockey team. The Tempe Flying Pigs were completely invented, and the Florida Launch play professional lacrosse. Let's take a look at the board. Noel, Alan, Lucia, Man, Ron, Dirk, and Ian are our top 6, and we'll be going to our finals once again. 100 points away from that prized 6th position. As we move on to question number 9, here we go. What film hero was the inspiration for the creation of Batman? Zorro, the Lone Ranger, the Shadow, or Robin Hood?
I get to take credit for this one.
And I did not want to put anything that would help. I didn't want the Batman symbol. I didn't want a picture of Batman.
Yeah.
I wanted you to have to work this one out, but I wanted to reference the 1960s Batman. Zap.
That's your favorite, I would guess.
Oh, definitely. I actually own an original poster to the 1966 Batman.
Ooh, that's cool.
I know. My wife one time bought me a replica belt of 1960. So I have the belt and a folding Batarang.
That's awesome.
Less about me and more about the question. At 36%, the guesses are in for Zorro, 32 on the Shadow, 2 people guessing Robin Hood, the Lone Ranger picking up 6 folks. The correct answer is Zorro, a well-documented story that Bob Kane and Bob Finger, I believe.
Yeah. Bill Finger.
Bill Finger, thank you. I knew it was a B something. Let's take a look. What does this do to the scores? Noel, Alan, Lucia Man, Ron, Dirk, and Ian are our top 6. Ham Fam is 5 points out. And by that, I mean 4 points out. This is very close. Here is your final question before your final round to buy in and play in the finals with one Mr. Rich Sommer. Here we go. Final question. French farmer Tony Berthelot had vending machines installed right next to his farm to sell these 24 hours a day. Bottles of wine, fresh pastries, fresh sausages, or fresh oysters. Here you go. So I'm not going to lie to you, Stephen, when I saw this one, because I did look them all over before I put them in, I almost replaced an answer with cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, clearly you're doing just the Frenchiest French things.
Yeah. That would have been appropriate. You could have done that. I wouldn't have complained.
I thought it was such a well-written question. I didn't want to go in and toy with things. I thought it was very well done. For all of you out there, this is your last chance before the final buy.
Good luck.
Points. This is your last chance to earn them. Let's look at the answers. 8% say oysters, 21% say pastries, and it's a neck-and-neck tie for bottles of wine and fresh sausages. That is unfortunate, because the correct answer is fresh oysters.
Yes.
Oysters, I know. You saw farm, and you were like, no way it's oysters. Yes way it's oysters.
Look it up.
Noel S., Alan C., Lucio Man, Ron, Ian, and Dirk are our top 6 right now. Now is your time, your final buy before the Rich Sommer round is coming up right now. We are about to enter the winter view in just a moment. Let me remind you your prizes. 6th place, getting Strike and Jubaco.
4 minutes. We're going to give you 4 minutes to buy.
You have 4 minutes to buy. 5th place,
Timer is up.
Jaws and the Princess Bride Adventure Book Game. In 4th place, Horrified and Hocus Pocus. 3rd place, Castles of Tuscany and Coinks. 2nd, All the Dinosaurs. More dinosaurs than you can reasonably handle. All of them.
I can't. Oh, dinosaur, and I think the other one is holding something up, so you can't see the Jurassic Park.
So many dinosaurs. And then once again, this is what Noel's playing for. The Meeple Crown. Collected from meeples all over the multiverse. The strongest headband you can get.
Yes.
Additionally, you will get Disney Villainous, all 3 expansions, and Animal Upon Animal, the Unicorn Edition.
I should point out that you will also get your name emblazoned on the Spiel-A-Thon trophy, the jeweled meeple that has names on the back of all the winners. So for posterity, you will be recorded for all time.
Nice. And once again, we want to thank Happy Balbob, Ravensburger North America, Haba USA for the prizes that we are giving away for today's show.
Tremendously generous. They not only gave prizes for the quiz show, we had a daily puzzle challenge that they gave prizes to. We had an At the Races event with Ricky Tata earlier in the week. Prizes out the wazoo. We had my whole basement look like one of the Spiel bundle donations with all the prizes we had to give out, which is just awesome.
So I'd like to see, Stephen, if you don't mind, should we give away one more prize before we cut a bunch of these people out of the room?
Yeah.
So we're going to do one more random prize. At the end of all of this, when we're actually going to change the experience. So we're going to move everything on the screens, and only the top 6 people are going to move on with us.
You can still watch, though, right?
Enter yourself in, you still can't win prizes. Only the top 6 people will be able to, because I think it is still going to put a code on the screen. If it puts a code on the screen and somehow you get in, we're not going to waste anyone's time to get you out, but you can't win prizes. So let's do this. Let's give away one more package. This is our final package. Thank you so much for joining us. Those that are continuing to donate, we really appreciate it. We have one more prize package we're going to give away. This one is for Fold It and Strike. Fold It and Strike from Happy Balbab and from Ravensburger. We're going to spin that wheel one more time. We're going to run it. And we have our winner. Hopefully on your screen it has told you you are a winner. Noel S. Noel S got it. I will tell you something, for those of you out there that are wondering, the points that are in the game do not affect the lottery wheel at all. It randomly selects all the people. The only thing it will do is if you've already won, you can't win again. That is the only thing it does. It removes winners from the game. So let's take a look. You can absolutely watch. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do the whole show right here with Rich Sommer, but you just can't play.
Yes.
But yeah, we hope that you watch. We want you to watch. Once again, Rich Sommer from TV's Mad Men, from Glow, from his own work, including cardboard. He is going to be here. He's still going to see your comments. We're going to put those on the screen. So don't think for a second there's no reason to stick around. You have no reason to leave at all unless you're only here for prizes. But we're going to let those 6 people advance to the final game. And then once again, everybody else will be here. I'm going to ask Steven, somebody out there, whether it's you or Francie or someone, just make sure you note the top 6 players. Just in case people can get into that final game, those 6 players are who we're worried about.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
I think it's going to put it up on the screen so if people jump in.
Okay.
Well,
we're 5 seconds away. We are pretty much out of time.
Are we out of time?
The donation is up. Oops, let me shut my timer off there. Let's see. Oh, I have just a couple more I can show off here. Here's a lovely necklace that's available on the art auction made by one Francie Brody.
Nice.
Yes, thank you so much to Rich. There's some really nice painted miniatures by Spieler Larry Mendel. I don't know whether I'll be able to get the camera to focus, but this is a nice Warhammer Fantasy.
Let me at least do that to try to pull away a little bit.
I don't know whether I can get it close enough to. Yeah. Trust me, if you.
Question coming in. What's the deadline for daily puzzle challenge submission?
Tonight. Midnight Friday, wherever you happen to be around the world. If you have puzzles, you got to get them in by midnight tonight.
Absolutely. I would guess we told Rich 30 minutes, which means I'm going to guess because he's incredibly punctual. He'll be here probably in about 4 minutes.
Yeah. Why don't you put up the picture of the foundation, the last picture I sent you that we haven't shown? I can talk about that for a second.
Absolutely. Let's do exactly that.
So we've talked about the bundle program and the warehouse. The Spiel Foundation houses a lot of different aspects. We've obviously hammered the bundle program pretty heavily. The Spiel Media Network is also part of the foundation. We fancy ourselves as kind of the NPR of the game-playing world. We've been around for almost 15 going on 16 seasons now with content in the podcast world. We do films and panel discussion recordings at different conventions. We're also in charge of 2 long-standing board game award programs. The Major Fun Award was started by my dear friend and mentor Bernie DeKoven over 30 years ago, and I'm now in charge of that. The Spiel of Approval, same deal. And our biggest plan of all is to have a home for all of the different activities. The DeKoven Center for Play will be here in Indianapolis. We'll have, I'm actually going to donate the majority of my game collection to start a publicly accessible game library. We'll have play space, classroom space. We'll have a media studio as well. Our plans are just so exciting, and things like this are what is going to make that happen. And so I can't thank you all enough for letting this crazy idea that we had, 17, 15, 16 years ago become a reality here. And we couldn't do it without you.
Absolutely. Let's come back. So it's going to be time. I see we have Rich Sommer here. We'll bring him into the game in just a moment. I just wanted to know that we can see him down there.
Okay.
And let's take a look at our top 6 players that will be advancing to the Winterview. Who are they going to be? Let's take a look. Noel S. I think we all knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
Ron in 2nd. Alan C. in 3rd. Lucia Man in 4th. And my memory just stopped. I stopped remembering who was on that list, so I needed to come back around so that I can announce it. But the 6 of you will be moved in.
Jeff
and Ian. That's who we will be taking with us to the next round. So I'm going to do this. Yes.
I want to acknowledge the people who donated here in this last round.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
We have Jeff bought in for 500 points. Ron, 500. Sherry, 200. Noel, another 1,500 points.
Wow.
Lucio, 100 points. Kaya, 250. The Ham Fam, 250. And Ian, 250.
Wow. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting what we're doing. And don't go anywhere, because we still have a part of the game left. We have the finals. What I'm about to do is this. I'm going to automatically move those 6 final players to our final game. I'm going to hit that button. I will wait a moment to make sure all 6 of those players have been advanced to the next game. If you are out there and you have not been advanced to the next game, gosh darn it, let us know, so that we can fix it. First thing I would say, if you're not advanced and you're supposed to, is hit the refresh button, and that should do it. But it says I have 6 players. So at this time, I would like to introduce our special guest from TV's Mad Men, from Glow, because I like Glow, so that's the one I think.
Awesome.
From his show Cardboard, which might be how you know him, none other than Rich Sommer. Rich, welcome.
Thank you. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hey.
Thank you. I'm glad that we're still talking about Cardboard, which is definitely been. I've done one episode in 2 years, so I appreciate that. But yeah, it's at least at best on pause.
Fair enough.
Hiatus. That's okay.
Yeah, it's a hiatus. We're just seeing where the wind blows.
You never know what'll happen. Maybe 1:45 in the afternoon one day, it needs to come back.
Right? I will have to talk to someone about something, and I'll open up those phone lines. It'll be a different phone number because the old one went away, and it'll be on a different hosting service because that also is gone. But I do have the @CardboardIsLive Twitter handle still. So
nice.
Whoever follows that, you'll know when it's back. It probably won't be, but you'll know when it is.
But it won't be. But it might be. So
it might be. Sure.
Would that qualify as a reboot then?
We have entered official reboot territory at this point. It is no longer a part of the original.
Thank you for bearing with our time delay.
Oh, of course. I just went in and hung out with my kids for a minute. That was perfect.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to really quickly explain to everybody what we're about to do. It's a little game called the Winterview. It's the only interview you can win, and in this case, all 6 of you can win in the Winterview. We sent Rich just entirely too many 50 questions, and Rich picked 10 of them, and we're going to talk about those 10. You're going to see a 50-50 question on the board. If you can match what Rich said, you're going to get points. The faster you answer, the more points it's worth. One thing I'll let you know, all of your scores from the previous rounds are gone. Also, we are playing this game show style. So as we go along, the points are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wait a minute, Bruce. So are you saying we're starting on an even playing field? At this point, it's anybody's game?
Yes.
Oh, this is exciting.
Exactly what I'm saying. Because, and my most knowledgeable people, Steven, told me that's how we do it here at the Spiel-A-Thon.
Yes.
So let's pull up the screen. And here we go. I'm about to give you a 10-second timer. If you're still in the game, stare at your phone. This would be the time to do that. Here we go. Question number 1. First, our 10-second count, and the 9 is missing. I still don't know where the 9 went. It's never been here. 3, 2, 1 for our final round. Luck or talent? Luck or talent? Remember, you're trying to guess what did Rich say to this, luck or talent. Rich, essentially what we're going to do is we're going to let him answer, and then we're going to look at the percentages, and then talk to us about it.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, so let's take a look. 5 of 6 folks in this guessed luck.
Wow.
Rich, what's your answer and why?
Well, first of all, I think I'm required to take this personally. But however, I did agree with them. Luck, absolutely over talent, only because I think as important as talent can be and is, just so very much happens because of luck. They say that luck is opportunity meets preparedness, and I suppose that without a little dash of luck, your talent won't really matter. That's what I've decided.
Indeed. Now, let's see how the talent of these players has led them. Lucia Man's leading 91-90. Joel is in 3rd place with 84. Ian at 81. Alan at 78. And Jeff.
Jeff picked talent.
We are moving on to question number 2. This one's worth 200 points. Simpsons or King of the Hill? Simpsons or King of the Hill? We just picked a weird order on these, Rich. You don't know how.
It's great. It's great. It's perfect.
4, 3, 2, 1 in this tense final competition. 67-33, almost 50-50. Simpsons or King of the Hill. Rich, which one and why?
Well, Jeff and whomever joined him, I'm sorry. I did go with The Simpsons on this. Simpsons is a longtime favorite show for me. I like King of the Hill, and I've seen it a number of times, but The Simpsons, that's my heart.
Very good. Let's take a look and see what this did to the standings. Lucia Man with 276. Ian, very close.
Jeff!
Jeff.
Oh, no. So the good news is all 6 players that are here will be taking home prizes.
Oh, good. Good.
Yes.
Let's take a quick look, Jeff. Strike and Jubako. Those are good games. You're going to have fun with those.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jeff.
We're moving on to question number 3. Here we go. Asparagus or broccoli? I will tell everybody out there, there are an exceptional number of food questions in this.
That might have been my influence. I'm sorry. I might have been angry.
They were there and I got excited about them. So I answered out of the litany of questions you sent me. I got most excited about the food questions.
Let's take a look and see how everybody answered. Most people guessing broccoli. Rich, talk to us. Which one and why?
Well, Jeff, you might have a shot here because this time I chose asparagus. I like the look. Broccoli can be prepared in many ways, but for me, the elegance of a nice spear of asparagus, plus the impact it has. I'm trying to figure out. You know what I mean. You get to experience it twice. How's that?
Yeah. It's coming back for more. Like a house guest?
That's right. That's right.
You danced around that pretty aptly there.
Thank you.
Let's take a look. Alan C. leading with 548. Jeff. Oh, my word.
Don't give up hope.
Yeah.
No, I'm rooting for you, Jeff.
Question number 4, 400 points. They go up 100 points each time. What I see now, and I just want to note this, is now the crowd's getting into it. The crowd wants to see Jeff just not get anything, and we'll see what happens. We move on to question number 4. Twitter or Instagram? Twitter or Instagram on this one. Now, this one, to me, feels easy-ish, but what do I know? Nothing.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you know. Let's find out.
Let's take a look. Here's where the crowd went. 83% went for Instagram. I have to assume Jeff went for Twitter.
I have to assume that, but
Jeff
we were wrong. Jeff went broccoli, so what do I know? I have to say one person will be very happy. I haven't cracked the real point of Instagram yet. I think it's fascinating, and I'm glad people like it. And I look at it maybe once every 2 weeks or so, but it feels like a clunky interface for me, and it's a little tough to interact with. Plus, I don't like putting pictures of things up very much, so it's Twitter.
That'll do it.
Do you think it's like generational? I just turned 50.
So.
I turned 50, and I have that same reaction that you do. And I don't know if it's just kind of because I'm old or what.
No, I think it's generational. Jeff, you are just nothing. You're nothing if not steadfast, Jeff. I appreciate that.
Oh, my word.
Are you doing it on purpose now?
Yeah, but how could he even do it?
I don't know.
That's the beauty of this game. As we move on to question number 5, once again, every time I'm going to bring them up. The crowd is in this, Jeff. Question number 5, sweet or salty? Mm-hmm. Sweet or salty? Pretty straightforward.
I did choose one of those.
Very good. That's a good start.
Yep.
So you didn't seed this just so Jeff can go scoreless.
That's correct. I'm not answering these after I find out how Jeff answered. I answered them beforehand.
Let's take a look. Here's how the room looks. Dead 50.
Oh my gosh.
They are not sure.
Right down the middle. That's very exciting. Well, I went with sweet. I've always had a heavy-duty sweet tooth. It's been a problem for many years. It's something with which I will wrestle, I believe, until the end of my life. But I like salty fine, but no. I want like nerds and sweet tarts. I want that real high-impact sugar punch.
And now I just want to start bringing this up so we can build up. We got a give me a J. We got a J and an E and at least a single F. There's at least one F that's been given here.
It's great.
Let's take a look. Let's see how that goes for the crowd.
I think that's the Canadian stuff.
Again!
Yeah.
0.
We have to have a bonus. Jeff, you have a new game. You
Yes.
got to go 0 for 0, and
Yeah.
I will, or 0 for 10, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna send you a prize.
Yeah.
I will send you a prize.
I'll come up with something too.
As long as you cannot get any of these right. So now I'm getting in your head because you might think you're going to be wrong. You know, you've been going with your gut so far, and now I'm telling you, there's more in it for you if you can stay the whole way. That's the goal.
Lucha Man leading his way to the crown. Allen with 1,009. Ron at 729. Now help me, Stephen. 4-time running winner Noel.
3-time. He's looking for a 4-peat. Noel is in 4th place. This would be his 4th crown if he won.
Here's the good news. More points lie in these questions than we've seen in previous questions for 600 points. And Jeff attempting to go scoreless. Here we go. Blue cheese or ranch?
Uh-huh.
It's classic, good old-fashioned fried stuffed dipping sauce.
That's right.
What is Jeff thinking right now? That's what
I can't even imagine. If I'm Jeff, my palms are so sweaty.
Oh, this is exciting.
So let's take a look. Let's see how everybody answered. 67-33 going for blue cheese. Rich, which pick and why?
I went with blue cheese. It's because the people of Buffalo, New York say that is the true dipping sauce for a buffalo wing. So I have remained, I've almost, since I heard that fact maybe 7 years ago, I've almost foregone ranch entirely in all forms.
Oh, my word.
Blue cheese. I really got a hankering for blue cheese after that. But yeah, it's blue cheese because that's what Buffalo tells me.
Well, there you go. And goodness knows, if you leave here with no piece of knowledge, folks, if Buffalo tells you something, just do it.
That's exactly right. I think Tim Russert said that once. All right, what do we have?
Nice.
What did this do to the rankings? Oh,
no!
I got in your head. That's what happened. I got in your head.
This Lucha Man leading the stack on his way to the crown. Ron in second, Allen in third, Ian, Joel, and Jeff. Eventually, you were going to have to get one. We all knew that. Heck of a run. Heck of a run.
Well done, Jeff.
Now, I feel bad because Lucha Man has gone exactly the opposite way. 5 out of 6 correct.
We're not even acknowledging it.
But Lucha Man, if you get them all right, I'm taking prizes away. I have to be fair. That's only fair. That's just, it's yin and yang.
Yeah.
We're moving on to question number 7 for 700 points. Pumpkin pie or apple pie? Mm-hmm. We have established earlier in the game your sweet tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's pumpkin pie or apple pie. What are you going to do? Jeff, what are you doing?
He's crying. He's crying into his whiskey right now.
I no joke, if I'm Jeff, have thrown my phone across the room. Let's see how the crowd went for this. Dead 50-50, Rich.
Okay.
That's fair. I'll admit, this was a tough one for me. But just from a point of nostalgia, one of these pies has been a part of my life the whole way through, and one I really truly diving into until college or so. Okay. The pie that's been with me since my youth is pumpkin pie. I'm a pumpkin pie fan. Wow. I like a big slap of whipped cream on top there. I know it doesn't make a ton of sense. Apple pie is arguably more sweet than the pumpkin pie, but I just love the simplicity of a good pumpkin pie.
I so expected with the lead up that you're gonna be like, and then I started experimenting with pumpkin pie in college.
Well, doesn't everybody? That's just a classic phase.
What I figured. Everyone did. I was like, oh, this is a very logical story that everybody can understand. It's an everyman story.
That's right.
Of knowing apple pie and then experimenting with pumpkin pie in college and learning, you know what? Pumpkin pie is not bad.
We all had to call home from college and say, Mom, Dad, I don't know how to tell you this. I tried pumpkin pie.
I've met this gourd.
I've met this gourd. No.
Oh,
no.
Let's see what that did to the scores.
You can't pay me to stop making jokes now. They were doing that earlier.
Oh, yeah, we're well past that now. Your money's not good here, folks. Yeah. And when I say that, I mean your money is very good here.
Very good
up
here.
the top corner hit that donate button. Remember, it helps us at the Spiel Foundation do all the fantastic things that we do. Just because you can't buy points doesn't mean you can't still donate. And don't forget the art auction coming up.
Yep. Is it possible for Jeff to win this still? Are there enough points on the board that Jeff could actually win?
Yes, definitely.
Jeff?
Okay, Jeff.
You have a new mission?
There are, so left in the game with the final 3 questions are 2,700 points. This is a game show. It goes up 100 points every time. We wanted to make sure. And I think the person I most need to say this to is Noel. Noel, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You bought a lot of points to get here. And you're not out of this yet. And we'll see, because you miss this next one, you might be out of this. But I have faith in you.
I appreciate you saying that now, Bruce, instead of later when it would be untrue. But now it's only still kind of true, and it's good.
Here we go. Question number 8 for 800 points. Grill or slow cooker? Grill or slow cooker?
That is a question.
Jeff is asking if he can get credit for his earlier donation today. Winky emoji.
I wish. He made a very generous donation earlier today. If he had only known that he could have bought points with those.
Jeff, thank you so much. Here's the thing I would take with me. Here's the important thing to know, is that you can't buy points now.
Yeah.
So all the points you would have bought earlier in the game would have just gotten you right here, and the whole crowd chanting your name.
What you got for free? Question. So you're sort of free. Yeah. Mostly free.
It was at least organic.
That's right. That's right.
Let's take a look. Oh, the house.
Wow.
Everyone says grill. Rich, talk to us.
Well, look, both of these cooking implements are used a lot. I grew up in Minnesota, and I will say that is arguably the home of the slow cooker. I have had many a meal out of a long simmering pot on the counter. But the good news for everyone is that I was also partially raised in Ohio, which is one of the lands of the grill. So my dad brought our grill to Minnesota with us. We are definitely grill people. Not that they don't grill in Minnesota, but grilling was the answer.
I was waiting to see. I saw the paint starting to close you in the corner, and I was like, I can't wait to see how he gets out of this.
Minnesota hates grills. That's what
No. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Most importantly, you're all right.
Yes, I'm okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Let's take a look. Lucio Man with 2,305 points. Ian in second at 2,152. Ron breaking 2,000. Alan C. at 1,760. Noel S. at 1,691. Jeff, we knew you were going to be here. 908 points. 2 questions left. 1,900 points are in these 2 questions. Mathematically, everyone is still in this. Ish.
Yeah.
Question number 9 for 900 points. Here we go. Poker or mahjong? Poker or mahjong? Because at the end of the day, we have to get to game questions. That's what the Spiel Foundation's all about. Oh, my goodness. Let's take a look. Just a random comment. Is the propane empty? No, get the electric blanket. Just too cold. Apparently, someone says this one is too easy. Jeff says. Get out of here. Jeff says this one is
This is
too
too
easy.
easy. You mean it's so easy that you obviously chose the wrong answer?
I feel like that's what I would do if I were Jeff. That's your brand, Jeff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. 1-1.
Come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
Poker.
Goody. Well, look, it's obviously poker. They're right. It is too easy. But I will say, I played some mahjong a little bit because it came free on my Windows PC.
Nice.
So I played it a few times, but I definitely got caught up in the Sklansky, Mike Caro reading phase of the early 2000s, and I was I was there in Atlantic City losing my $60 just like everybody else.
Oh my word. When you would go to the Taj Mahal and it would just be the Feast of the Innocents at like 5:15 in the morning at 7-card stud. Oh my word. So let's take a look at what this does to the scores.
Yeah.
Leading with 3,158 points is Lucio
Wow.
Man. 29-73, a 200-point game, which is not that big a gap right now. Alan C. with 26-47, no less, with 25-21. Ron breaking 2,000, and that is the moment where we have people mathematically out of first place.
Jeff
Ron
is
and
also
Jeff,
playing.
you are playing for better positions, but the crown is gone. No, it's all on the line here. This is your chance to get back in to defend your 3-time title.
4 times.
Oh, it is the final question of the game. This is your last chance to earn points. There are no more rounds of buying. So at the end of this question, the person with the most points is going to win. Congratulations. Thank you all so much for your support.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Rich, thank you so much for joining us for this.
Thank
We're
you.
already done, but it seemed like a time to take a break and do that. Here we go. Final question. I just want to put a little bit more time in so that your heart's beating a lot and hard. Here we go. Number 10. Board game or card game? Board game or card games, what we close out on. That's what the Spiel Foundation is all about, is play. Oh, my goodness. So much has happened. So many ups and downs. 1,000 points on this question. Let's see what they did. 83-17 for board game. Here's what I'll tell you. If you are the one person that went with card game, woo, that is a huge get. Rich, let us know the answer and why.
Now, I grew up in Minnesota, as I mentioned, and that is the land of the card game.
Sure is.
That is I mean, if they're land of the slow cooker, sure.
Yeah.
But also the land of the card game.
Definitely.
1,000 card games.
They have a trick-taking game there called Pfeffer. Have you guys run into Pfeffer before?
Mhm.
Yes. That's a real niche upper Midwest sort of card trick-taking game. That's maybe a euchre sibling.
Yep.
But it's a good one. But as everyone knows, I do love a board game. That's what got us all here in the first place. All of that being said, I did go with card game.
Card game is the correct answer. One person got this right. And I'm going to take just a second because I want to stretch it out.
Yes.
Jeff noting, went with the wrong answer that time. Had to stay last. People are yelling, it's card game. It's card game. Noting from Ohio, he plays euchre.
That's true.
Here we go. Remember, all 6 players that are in right now are going to be taking home fabulous prizes. But who is the number one? Who takes the crown?
Yes.
Take from the meeples from all over the multiverse. Let's take a look. Lucio Man is 158 points. Ian with 29.76.
Jeff is 5th.
Jeff is 5th.
Jeff managed to jump out of the basement.
Did Jeff say card game? Wait a minute.
Is Jeff the one that said card
Or
game?
did Jeff say board game long before Ron did?
Yeah, I think Jeff might have thought he was guessing the wrong one.
Something happened here.
And accidentally stumbled into that one.
This is very exciting.
Which is amazing. Yet apparently I'm seeing people yell, Jeff got card game. Jeff did get card game. Yes! For 1,000 points.
Listen, Stephen, maybe one of the only games that I remember playing with you is we played Ebbs.
Yes.
At like 4 a.m. when I was getting on a 7 a.m. flight. And we were just rounding out Board Game Geek convention in Dallas, and you taught me Ebbs, which I have sitting over on my shelf right now. And it was, I love card games. Look, board games are incredible. That's what most of the things on my wall are, but card games are where my heart and soul are. If you can show me a good card game, I'm going to be happy all night.
We are kindred spirits when it comes to that.
It is a Festivus miracle, Doug.
You are absolutely right, Doug. So I believe that is the end of our broadcast day.
Yes.
We've given away prizes. We've had fun. Close this out. I'm going to shut my mouth so that more important people can talk.
Well, first, let's give a round of applause, virtual and otherwise, to Bruce for being our intrepid host here. He's worked 4 gigs today before ours. He came through in a big way, and I can't thank him enough for putting up with our shenanigans for the last. We've really been planning this for over a month, right, dude?
Oh, yeah.
We've spent a lot of time doing this, and it would never have come together the way it did without you behind the wheel here. And I can't thank you enough for doing that for us.
Thank you so much. And thank you for everything the Spiel does. I care so much about what the Spiel Foundation does that I wanted to make sure, even with the 4th gig of the day, that I was here and that I could be a part of this. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you for letting me be a part of the tradition of Spiel-A-Thon. Well,
we're glad to have you as part of the team, too. You're contributing segments on the Spiel as well. And thanks, Rich, of course, for taking time out of your day to join us. And I yearn for the time when we can sit down and play some more Trick Takers in person.
Same to you, my friend.
Can't come soon enough.
I'm right there with you. I assure you. I haven't left this room in 10 months. So yes, I'm with you.
And thank you to everybody. So many generous people out there. I won't have the tally until I go do a little accounting here, but I know just from seeing how many points people were buying, our total probably doubled for much of the Spiel-A-Thon based on the way you crazy, wonderful maniacs were spending money tonight. So I can't thank you all enough. And thanks for playing. I hope you had fun. That's the whole virtuous circle of the Spiel-A-Thon, right? Is that we want people to play and pay a little so that other people can play too. And I think that mission accomplished. I think we did that.
One more time, let's bring the scoreboard up and just show everybody how it ended. Also, so we can look at it and remember who we need to give prizes to. Yes. Lucia, and taking the crown, taking the title, Ian in second, Alan in third, Noel, Jeff thinking he guessed wrong and bouncing into 5th.
Got in his head. That's
exactly what happened. He thought he knew what he was doing. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, thank you so much for joining us for this Spiel-A-Thon quiz show. I believe that is the end of our broadcast day. Am I right?
Spiel on.
Spiel on.